Hello and welcome to Dario's Comic School. And yesterday we had Adam Kubert. So today I decided to do Andy Kubert, and the reason for it is simple. Let me give you a little introduction. Let's see if the lighting is right. So the following. This is called Dario's Comic School, and when I was little, or when I wanted to make comics, I always dreamed of going to the Kubert school, but I was living here in Germany, and to go to, I don't know, New York and attend a school was a bit scary for me. I thought I didn't have the means, probably I didn't. And so I tried other things, but as you can see, I sticked somehow with it. And this is I'm trying not to replace another school, but give you, I don't know, I was inspired a bit by the Tolarian Academy for Magic the Gathering and other stuff. And today we'll take a look at Andy Kubert. And the next reason is I will show you a bit of history. And that's also important because, like, for me, when I saw this, this is Joe Madureira, or this is Joe Madureira. This really, I didn't know at the time, but what I'm showing you is it was somehow a golden era of comics for me, which kept me falling in love, or let me fall in love with a medium comic. And from this, it transitioned to many other comics, not just superhero comics, but today we're taking a look at superhero comics, and especially Andy Kubert. And I didn't know how good I had it until the times were kind of changing, and established artists went to different titles, and the X-Men moved to something else. Tom Rainey, not that bad, but Alan Davis and, well, Adam Kubert is doing here his thing, but something changed. The artwork, after, I don't know what I call this era, but it changed, like the writing. Not that it was ever some stellar writing, or very good writing. It was probably at best decent, but the writing and the artwork with time really degraded, and it led me to stop collecting comics. But this time was kind of cool, and let me show you some covers. And the next thing I will do is definitely to keep the series going is like Joe Madureira, because he's one of my favorites. So just that you know. So Andy Kubert. When I was first, he got introduced to me in Italy when I was buying the X-Men, and I started somehow in the Age of Apocalypse. This is the German issue. Let's zoom out a bit to enjoy the covers. Maybe something like this could be the thumbnail if it doesn't move. Or maybe this one's the better one. We'll see. But a lot of iconic, how do you say, covers. This one I really didn't like. Yeah, but Andy Kubert, and he did a lot of things. So let me show you what it's all about. Let me grab a cool issue. Sometimes he's just on the cover, sometimes he's inside. But yeah, so I was reading The Age of Apocalypse, and there were 2 X-Men series, and this one was the X-Men series with Joe Madureira, and it was amazing. We'll come to this. I loved every single page. And then here, like, I get introduced somehow to Andy Kubert. And the writing on this one is Fabian Nichesa and inker Matt Ryan. So I hope this will fit all here. And not much to see, but it's some detailed artwork. Let me close this a bit. Too much. And you will see like stuff that is very, very like we get a cool. Now we have lighting problems. Okay, let's keep it this way. Pretty cool silhouettes. And at first I didn't warm up to Andy Kubert. He kind of was just there. I thought the drawings weren't as good as Joe Madureira and Andy Kubert, Adam Kubert, his older brother. And yeah, so I was kind of, I didn't really know, but I did enjoy the artwork. And at that time, I didn't know that I was kind of spoiled. I don't want to say that he's the best, but he definitely grew on me, and he earned a lot of respect. I don't know what this is making shadows. Let's try it this way. He definitely grew on me, and not every panel was a hit. Some things weren't that great, but panels like this, like I was in awe when I was watching it. This, like this guy jumping, and I don't really know what his influences are, but again, same as Adam, very versatile. He draws backgrounds when he needs to. He draws cool foregrounds, and like these faces, pretty much like Andy Kubert. And he was a real workhorse because he stayed with the X-Men for a very long time. And it's always like panels like this, like people, you will see the dynamics looking down. I don't know what I make of this panel, but or this one, but there are some very cool things he draws, and this is very Andy Kubert. So let me see. Stuff like this was very cool. And as you can see, here we got some cool backgrounds. Just the storytelling, like I always remember, like I was never too excited to see Andy Kubert doing the artwork because I always was eager to look forward to Joe Madureira or Adam Kubert, or at that time what was his name, Roger Cruz. But there was definitely a lot of Andy Kubert there, and with time it grew on me, and I will show you why. So let me just show you a lot of titles. Who's this one? Is this Andy Kubert? Yeah, this is like very Andy Kubert style. It looks great. And I don't know where he really started again here, like the faces, the poses. Always great storytelling. Sometimes he misses with some shots, but then like emotional beats, or I can remember checking out the Onslaught saga, and just very, very cool delivery of beautiful moments. Like stuff like this is what makes it great. Or here, Bishop fighting in the streets. beautiful silhouette of a woman. So same as his brother, he always tries to deliver his very best. I don't want to talk bad about John Romita Jr., but sometimes he misses the mark. Sometimes something I never felt about and Andy Kubert. He always tries to hit it home as good as he can, and yeah, stuff like this is pretty awesome. Like as you can see, the family on TV checking out the fight over Israel between Magneto and Legion, and then Apocalypse lands, and pretty Andy Kubert like face, as you can see, but still great, as you can see here, this Legion, great dynamics, and it's really cool. And this is what I want to share, like with, let's say you're a student of the comic school or a viewer, just to remind you what was out there, and which artists made a great body of work. And what do I show you next? Let's see. This one is not Andy Kubert, I think. Just Andy Kubert on the cover. A lot of covers he did. I would have loved to show you the cover where here's Gambit and here's Sabretooth. Maybe I'll put that on the thumbnail. And that's a pretty great cover by Andy Kubert. And yeah, I don't know. I would have loved to show you more cool stuff, but yeah, let's keep this a bit short. This is just for the appreciation. Again, maybe I didn't pick the best ones, but as you can see, very dynamic poses, always delivers. I don't know where he got his stuff from, but draws very beautiful women, draws cool background, never hesitates to put in the work, and yeah, great stuff. Like probably not every panel hits, but sometimes some panels like these are just very beautiful. And the first time I was reading this, like here, Cable is landing with his great I don't know what's the ship called, and the X-Men are watching these, and then the ship lands, and then Cable shows up in Domino. Again, I can't even point out, but very Andy Kubert-like, and yeah, I kind of liked it. Here the faces, and I wish that I had some Onslaught comics right here on my desk. But yeah, pretty beautiful. So I will wrap it up right now with this picture. And what can I say? Like great faces. Not everybody's cup of tea. Definitely not mine always. But he does cool stuff, like here again. Here he changes a bit up his style, probably a different inker. Who Andy Kubert, Cam Smith. But as you can see, like really cool page layouts. I had always fun with Andy Kubert. Like storytelling wise, it felt always like a pretty cool 90s action movie. Again, sometimes with Joe Madureira, you feel like, at least in the beginning, he's not putting in the work for the background, and you don't need to. But here, it's all there. Backgrounds, foregrounds, cool panels, great storytelling. and I do respect him, but it's not one of my go-to guys, just because it's, I don't know, what do I have to say? Not dark and gritty enough, I feel. So we see us in the next video.